let's jump in. Uh, let's see. How many people do we have? We've got 5, right? Let's do a D10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, I'm going by the order I see on Discord. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wolfgang, would you mind giving us a recap? A little bit of last time.
I wasn't there for the first hour.
Well, the second part.
Pantomime.
Let's
Well,
let's hold on. Let's get Tom, you do the first half, and then Wolfgang can finish it up based on the die.
So we found ourselves in like the new new pirate hideout, which was multi-layered, had many different things to see. You kind of questioned us as far as what we wanted to do, and just like most times when you don't tell us what the problem is that we're going to deal with, we kind of all went, Hal obviously always has some ideas, whether they're going to happen or not. And you kind of let us run around Ramshackle for a little bit. We saw some people we had questions about. We tried to figure out if there were places to get stuff. Mainly, we found out that if there were basic items we needed, aka arrows, etc., that we could grab those. But as far as like shopping and people to talk to, that wasn't really something that was happening there. We could talk to I don't know who it was, the trade master or something, and he could try to like figure out what he could do, but there wasn't really a thing in the moment that he could do apart from say, I run the numbers, get on the page. We after doing that and figuring that out, we went upstairs for a tattoo ceremony. And correct?
I was here for this.
That was the magical part of the evening.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it was also magical.
In more ways than one.
It was also magical when we had a drinking contest between the liver god, who is now feeling a little fallen from his title, perhaps.
Well,
and
the liver god, the way that the word spread, people think and now like associate the boat as the liver god.
Oh.
So
cool.
Harbor is the captain of the liver god.
Gotcha. We also upgraded the ship quite a bit. We have some cannons. We have some more ballistas. That's pretty cool. We all got paid a certain amount of money. The captain squared up with me, and then I lost almost everything he gave me in a bet on him that didn't work out. That's great.
We got money. That's all gone.
Yeah. And not all of it. He gave me $1,500. I lost $1,000. So I still got $500 of that cash. And then we also figured out that some of the captains have. Well, it seems that all the captains have duck-related symbology that they use as sort of an icon, and we were told quite distinctly that no, this is not the Mighty Ducks, although I think it might still be. Yeah. And that's where I'll stop or open it up for other people to jump in.
Okay. After that, everybody just kind of went their own separate ways. Harbor had a drinking match with one of the captains.
Was it Darks, Kevin? Captain Darks?
Who?
The one that he was drinking against?
No, that's Otla.
Oh, Okla. Oh, that's right here. Yeah, Okla.
Okay, Captain Dark is the goblin.
That's right. Green, undead-looking duck. Yep.
Crack and Hal followed the captain. Hal lost $2,000 and his knife.
No, he did not.
So that's
yeah. You just have to give the other person a blowjob to get your knife back. That's how it goes.
BJ for KJ.
Well, yeah,
there was something about favors that they were talking about. Corellian went off with one of the commanders to shoot arrows, and I'm taking the child captain to see Torkel.
Yes. So let's actually start there on the boat. So you take... Actually, you know what? Before we jump into that, I wanted to show you guys this other thing before we dive into it too much. Let's get it. Okay. So, you guys already saw this, but Admiral Noven.
Yeah, Kraken Duck.
Vice Admiral Aylwin. Saw this one, but Captain Dark.
Yep.
How deep on the internet did you probe for these?
Oh,
Is this like a deep probe in the internet?
this-
Did you just
this-
happen
this-
to find
this is
one
normal
duck
stuff.
It's a
person?
surface.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm just skimming.
You're not into
skimming the
duck
top.
core? What are you doing?
This is Captain Razirels.
Yep.
This is Captain Jun Chao.
Oh, I don't think we saw that one.
I
Nope.
remember that one, yeah.
This is Captain Curious Stitch.
What's it is?
And this is Captain Otla.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's cool. I do like
that's a
that
good
one.
So what you're saying, Kevin, is that we're the special pirate. Dark flag.
No, we have the best one. Of them all. It's the
funny,
greenest
so-
flag.
So
Well,
after-
I do think maybe we just need to rework this so that it's the same iconography that we just looked at.
So
Oh, it's
I-
perfect in
it's
every
one
way.
of those things where it's like, you guys created this, and then just in my, Reddit having stuff, people draw things, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Nope, not gonna use that at all. So I just scroll past, and someone drew some ducks, and I'm like, well, this is amazing. This is perfect.
So how much money was the commission?
you don't need to know. Just know that no one's getting Christmas gifts. I don't mean you guys, I mean my family.
Thank you for making that sacrifice.
I think my kids.
Kevin, I just I have to share. So last night, at one point, I walked in the house to make sure Tarn was okay, and Kelton came in, and he was like, "Can I use the bathroom?" And I said, "Sure." And he goes, "Your house is really nice." And I said, "Well, thank you, but this is my mom and dad's house. It's not my house." And he's like, "Oh, my house is a mess." And I went, "Okay, it's probably not true, but okay." And he goes, "No, it's a mess." And I said, "Well, my house is a bit messy too." And he's like, "Yeah. Why do you have a barn?" And I went, "Okay, so you probably need to use the bathroom." He goes, "Yes, I do." I said, "Okay, you use the bathroom, come back out, I'll answer your questions."
Yep. That's that sort of stuff.
It was amazing. I was like, this is one of the best conversations I've had in a while. This is
Right.
awesome.
It's just like, okay, yeah, sure, we can talk about that stuff. Didn't you have something you were doing? Yeah. No, I'm just being myself. It's like, but that's okay. I'm talking to you, so no worries.
No worries.
Yeah, priorities. I'm in the middle of a conversation that I'm gonna forget. So yeah, that is where all of that's the finale of all the duck introductions. So you guys see that, and as I was saying, we're gonna jump to Rack and
Should we try and sell our mermaid to Fish Guy?
to Fish Guy.
The
You can
big
try
fish
and
guy
do
with the
that.
hook.
Wait, are you talking about? Was it Kanoi Dathrar?
No, that's the one you lost money to.
That's
That
the
fish
big.
guy.
That's the big shark guy, right?
No, that is not a big shark guy. I'll show you
Who-
Hanoi. Hold on.
Who was Kanoi?
Hanoi was over there. Get on the right layer.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
Yes,
right.
yes,
Took your
yes,
money.
yes. Okay, we traded favors. That's right. And, yeah. Okay. Yep.
That's the way to put that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to suck her dick real good.
Okay, so the big guy, you guys, I don't think you ever got his name. That's Lieutenant Commander Heckley.
Heckley. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we did. I do have to say that just looking at that,
Drac wants to talk to him at some point.
I have to say, like, I wonder if Harbor like looks at the captain he lost to a drinking contest to, and sees like her first mate being Heckley, this giant, shark man with like a hook for a weapon, and then he just turns and sees like the crew of us like burp, 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 and just goes, "Wow, I got fucking Muppets. How did this work?" So
We were trashing the place.
that's true. That is true.
We're gonna start off at the boat with Rack, Captain Raziro, and Commander Tyro going to see Torkel. So, Rack, you bring them down to see Torkel. Is there anything that you're saying as you're kind of introducing them, other than names? Hey, this is the captain.
Captain, she had a question about magic and control. Figured, talk to you. You're the only other magic guy I know.
It just so happens I've been working on something of just such a nature. Recently I've been tinkering with something with you in mind, but absolutely, we can try. It's just a prototype now. I'm still working on it, but can absolutely try it. Raziro gets really excited and she says, "Really? Oh, cool, yeah, let's do it." And so he hands her a ring that has a red jewel on it. And after a couple seconds, she's like, "Oh, I think I can feel it working." And then the gem explodes. And she says, "Oh, maybe not." And Torkel goes, "Okay." And she starts to get upset. She's like, "Did I do something wrong? Was this my fault?" And she starts to get that, like lava starting to form.
No. Remember, he said it was a prototype. So it might have worked, and it might have not worked. So I don't think it's your fault.
And you and the commander and Torkel all jump in and kind of do the same sort of thing of like, "No, it's okay, it's not." And Torkel says, "No, you did nothing wrong. It's again, as my friend Rack here said, it's a prototype. It may have been meant to fail. It's not a problem. It's actually a good thing, because now I know that the limits were, have to be increased to be able to handle that sort of thing. It's no big deal, absolutely." And she starts to calm down, and the commander also was kind of absorbing some of the power. And she says, "Okay." And Torkel says, "Well, unfortunately, I don't have anything else that I can work on. As I said, I can do some research and potentially get back to you and get this information and hopefully get something for you." With that, she gets happy and kind of turns to you, Rack, and it's just like, "Okay, like kind of what now? Should we stay here? Do we like?"
I don't know. What do you want to do? You outrank me.
"Oh, okay." And then the commander actually steps in. He says, "Captain, why don't we let them get settled in? We have our orders as well. We have to get prepared. And she says, okay, yeah, you're right. And so he bows and thanks you, and she says, thanks so much, and they go to leave. Torkel turns to you, Rek, and just says, hey, that shouldn't have happened. I don't know what kind of power she has. That looked like it was actual lava that felt incredibly powerful coming out of her. If
Like an elemental?
I have no idea. That's just, that ring should not have broken. That should have been able to contain a lot of power. So I don't know what just happened. The one thing
I'll look into it.
All right, just
I got you involved. I have to take responsibility for that.
I think if that commander wasn't here, this ship may have burned down and we may have been boiled alive in the water. Well, you and I may have teleported, but you know, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's just
The others, they wouldn't have been fortunate.
right. But her commander absorbing that power is interesting because it seemed to cancel it out, and well, it's fortunate that he was there. Let's say that. I don't know how she's able to leave land safely, but I assume without him, it's incredibly difficult.
Wonder how he sleeps. Alright, well, I mean, I'll see what I can find out.
Okay.
Let you know.
Yes,
Because
I mean,
it looked like it was working and then it didn't. So,
yeah, it feels like it was just overpowered, and I mean, it's nothing. I mean, as long as that power is not unleashed in any way towards me, I'm kind of okay with it.
yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Alright. I should probably check on my brother. Make sure he hasn't done anything stupid.
Oh, he's
if
about
you
to.
looked away, you know he definitely did.
I'm finding Shark, man. I have some intrusive questions to ask him.
And I go to look for my brother.
Alright, cool. Okay, with that, let's go to, was anyone else doing anything? We kind of wrapped up last time with, kind of everyone at the drinking contest, and when it was over, I felt like you guys kind of wandered out and did your own thing, kind of settled out for the night, anyone who was there. Unless, is anyone else drinking or anything like that?
Oh, I feel like we grab the captain and we pull him out and we get off the boat. And we're just like, man, he's fucking heavy. Let's just dump him in some bushes and we gotta find something else to do. He'll be fine. He's the captain.
I
Yeah.
thought you guys left him in the inn.
Yeah, you brought him upstairs last week.
Did we?
Yep.
Damn it.
I think Hal wanted to have a conversation with Corellian, if possible, about like this heist that we're planning to use. Like,
Yeah.
what are skills I can for that?
Or I'm gonna be like, planning. That sounds boring. I'm gonna go talk to Shark.
boring. Bye.
I'm gonna go talk to Shark Guy.
Okay, he's actually just the stairs that you're standing right next to. You just walk up those, and you are able to go up.
Oh. Okay, but it's on that map. It's like on the bottom left
Yeah.
there.
So you just walk up.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
I think I was going to look for Commander Ogrog with, what's her name? Ress.
Oh, yes. Alright, so you guys do that. Hal, you're looking for Corellian. Are you leaving the bar when you do that?
Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, I've kind of wrapped up what was happening there, so yes. I thought, if I remember correctly, that Kanoi kind of took off at the end, at like the resolution, like we'll check in later about like squaring this up beyond the 1,000 gold. So I was like, all right,
She,
well,
she
that's
was
that.
still there. She was still drinking, but it was more of like a we'll talk business later sort of thing. So if you still wanted to stay at the bar and drink or anything like that, that's still available.
I think that if I can find, I think Hal's thoughts right now is I need to recoup this money, and I know that what's his face has been itching to do a heist. So let's go find out what we can rob. That's Tom forgetting
Desperation
name, not
is a
Hal,
great
but-
motivator.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so here's the thing: like Hal's got enough cash in his pocket that he's kind of like he can be like, all right, whatever, I don't care. But he doesn't like the idea that he lost, and he doesn't like the idea that he owes favors to people. So he's like, let's go recoup this so I can bet more and win more, kind of thing.
Okay. So let's go in. Let's go in this order. Drac, you'll be talking to the shark out first. Right?
I think so.
Heck,
Heckley. Oh yes, Heckley. All right. Well, I'm gonna. So the captain is off in some. Oh, he's in the in part of the ship. Okay, we dropped him off on the bed. That's right.
yes.
And I'm just be like, hey, buddy, what's up? I noticed, you're half man, half fish. I'm half man, half bull. If we could get some kind of like surf and turf thing going, some kind of teamwork. What's your name,
want us to
buddy?
be
What's your name,
eaten?
fish guy? Eaten? No, not eaten. Of course, I don't believe in eating other things, other animals. I only eat plants, of course. But I'm just saying, you're a fish guy. I'm a cow man. What's your story? Was your dad like a shark and your mom a lady? Were they both merfolks and you just kind of came out in the middle?
Well, yeah, I'm from a race of shark people, just like this is Lieutenant Commander.
That's bullshit, though. How would you have a shark people? I mean, bull person, that makes sense. Shark person, that's just crazy talk.
And there's this guy
Oh.
at the table as well, right next to him. This is
Who in the Zora's domain is this?
Oh no.
this is Lieutenant Hulu.
Alright, Lieutenant Shiny Side's perfect.
Is that because
So,
there's scale?
Why
Chinese
would a bull person make sense? Because people often have relationship with bulls.
Yeah, that's my dad right over there. I don't know if you saw him. He might be my dad, but yeah, you ask him. He loves having relations with the bulls. That's where I came from, I assume.
Wait, what? That's
I'm
interesting.
pretty sure there's only one cow fucker in this group right now.
I'm
He doesn't
half
need
cow.
to
It
know
makes
that.
sense.
Heckley does not need to know that. Actually, you know what? He does need to know that, but it's just the wrong information.
He hasn't gotten there yet.
Right. But that's an interesting choice. But I suppose one with horns may be attracted to another with horns.
That's a distinct That's what I thought. But he won't ever open up about it.
Yes. I
So
believe
listen.
I ate my father when I was a child. I don't remember.
That's pretty metal. I'm not gonna lie. My
The best-
exception.
The best part is you said, I believe I ate my father, because you're not sure.
It's like a big
I was
Yeah,
too young.
I'm having
I
trouble with
hadn't-
knowing
I
who
hadn't
my
developed
father is
memory.
too. Yeah, I have dad problems too. I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
I mean, I haven't eaten them yet, but I mean, there's still time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe just like a nibble, probably. Did you recommend it? Did you feel good after, or?
I was hungry, and I wasn't after. So I mean, if you're hungry, I mean, go for it.
That's pretty wise.
Yeah.
No, they
Found
call
his
me
people.
they call me Drac the Wise back where I come from. So when I hear some wise shit, trust me, I know.
Interesting. You come off as one that is wise.
Yes. It's my terrestrial heritage. You fish folk just don't know.
Ah, so you're from a different planet.
No, this one,
Oh
of
God, this one's
course.
rolling at a -3 intelligence.
Does anyone want to just start playing Careless Whispers in the background of this conversation as the two hold hands and walk off into the sunset?
It's like, no, this is Earth. We live here.
No,
Honestly, at the beginning of this conversation, I just had
did
like
go to a
Avril
different
Lavigne's
realm
Skater
before.
Boy in my head.
And Ulu is just getting fucking hammered with this conversation going on. He's just like, alright. And then after a little while, he actually just jumps off into the water.
See that? Where the fuck is he going? That's what I want to know. Gee, that is something else. He just swam right into the water.
He's able to swim away pretty far.
He's going in the exact opposite direction that I'm looking.
Sometimes he does that. I mean, sometimes I throw him, and he does that. He's a really good swimmer. I mean, I'm a really good swimmer, but he is an excellent swimmer.
Yeah, I see that. I fucking see that.
I mean,
listen.
I can throw him, and
sorry.
he's very aerodynamic. It's excellent.
Damn, son. Listen, have you ever heard of a merfolk named Marissa? Right, that's our mermaid's name.
Yes.
No.
You ever heard of her? Do
anytime
all
I'm
you fish
allowed
people talk to each other?
I usually eat fish. I usually eat mermaids.
Really? No kidding.
Well, I mean, I was hungry.
Is there anything you don't eat?
Myself.
And he just doesn't respond.
Doesn't understand the concept.
He's just thinking. And he's just.
He's like, well, you know what, fish man. What was I gonna say? What's your name, fish man? I don't think, or should I just keep calling you fish man? I don't think I got your name.
I am Lieutenant Commander Heckley of Captain
Lieutenant
Oakland's
Commander.
crew.
Lieutenant Commander.
Yes.
You should come over to our ship. You'd make Super Lieutenant Commander in no time.
There's no super-
We invented that
Super
rank
Lieutenant
only.
Commander.
It's only on our ship.
What? Where does that rank in terms of Lieutenant Commander versus Commander? What
Just
rank are
above, just above where you are, but just below Commander. So you're in the
you?
middle.
Oh, so it's like Lieutenant Commander .5.
Yeah,
Or
basically, like assistant to the
2.5.
Commander.
Evan, do I walk in on this conversation?
Yeah, actually, this has been long enough where like you figured out, like you found out where this is, so you're able to walk in and get in on this.
What are you doing?
Oh, brother.
Sorry,
Brother,
I was
good
just
to see
talking
you.
to this guy.
His parents weren't bovine in nature. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I ate them.
The
but,
gods
like,
didn't make him perfect like me.
But he's okay. He's
Jesus.
so.
No. Why are you trying to recruit someone else's crewmate?
I wasn't.
Oh.
You was saying something.
The captain, you know, I'm sure he'd be down for it. He'd totally promote him to super, and Drac is winking, Super Lieutenant Commander.
Oh.
Look at him. He said he loves, listen, brother, he said he loves merfolk. He said they're his favorite. His absolute favorite.
Yeah, I don't think the captain will be happy about you passing off your pet to someone else.
You eat your
How
pet.
dare you? Who said anything about hush, I didn't say anything about eating.
That's pretty fucking metal.
The captain is currently. He lost a drinking contest. I don't know. He might be dead. They didn't investigate.
I'm pretty sure he's just drunk and sleeping it off.
We've never seen him drunk. I don't know. We've never seen it. Can you believe it wasn't Big Fish over here who broke him? He didn't even break him. Big Fish, do you even drink?
Yeah, but not like Captain Ultra. She's kind of a monster.
And this guy's saying that about her. Can you believe that?
I haven't seen her lose a drinking contest, and I haven't seen her have to get to that point in a long time.
How many did they have? They had like 20-something beers, right?
They got to like 15.
15? That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, it's kind of like the way that we're doing it. It's more like fucking big hammer drinks all at once.
Yeah. It's like 30 beers basically.
Right. Something ridiculous, but just for numbers.
Anyway,
Like,
you can't recruit other crew members of people in the fleet. That's how you get your allowance taken away. You don't want that, do you?
No, I want to
brother.
keep my allowance.
Your words are always
Mermaid
your words are always so wise. You know what? In fact, we should go get my allowance from the captain right now. We should see if he's ready. I'm sorry, Fishman. I don't know if it'll work out. You can totally hang out with Marissa anytime you want. Just come to my ship. Ask for Marissa. You can't miss her.
Oh,
She's in a barrel.
Thank you. I'm hungry. And so
Okay, I don't see what that has to do with anything. I don't see what that has to do with anything. But I'll see you later.
Should be picking his teeth.
Alright, from there, let's go.
You guys eat the same brand of fish flakes? Is that it?
I thought I was free from this.
Carl makes a killer brand of fish flakes.
Why would you ever think you are free of this? Drax's still breathing.
Silly Drac.
Yeah, no, you got me there.
It's like, that's an excellent point that we may have to correct.
I'll see you there, Fishman.
So we're gonna go to Corellian and Rest.
This movement's happening. Alright.
Right, Rest. And that is taking place over here. And they are coming back from targeting practice. I don't know why that's off like that. And going up to see this guy up here. Commander Agro. And Hal, give me a perception check. And you are muted if you are giving me a perception check.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. 23.
Cool. So you are able to see Corellian walking out there with Commander Ress. If you are looking to talk to him now, or if, you're fully aware of where he is at this point. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would start making my way towards that. But just sort of, like, I'm not sure what he's doing. So, like, I think I get close enough to kind of listen in, but not just sort of crash into the middle of the conversation. So,
okay.
Kind of like, maybe I'm over here. Are these like vendor stalls to my left or anything? Or like, what are those?
Yeah, something like it's kind of like vendor stall stuff. Like, it's things you can grab and, like, it's food and different things like that. So, yeah.
Cal's like, I'll take one chicken kebab and a Red Bull. All right, thanks.
The only bull that we saw was on the ship. That fucking bar ship.
Cal just goes, that's some bullshit, and walks away. And As can I maybe get close enough to try to listen to what they're saying?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Check. All right. 15.
Corellian, what is your passive perception?
18.
So you are aware that Hal is there.
Okay.
If you care at all.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's at this point, I've already not embarrassed myself by shooting a bow with a mage hand, so, you know.
Right. I pulled it off, so
I pulled it off, so I'm okay.
Okay, so Commander Ress comes over and she says, Commander Ogrod, this is the new Commander Corellian. And he says, actually, you know what? Let me show you. This is Commander Ogrod.
Ah, cool.
And he bows and says, greetings.
Do the black balls hit him in the nose when he bows?
How flexible do you think his head? He doesn't action figure.
Right, just 90 degrees.
Too many
away.
points of articulation.
I respond with, it's a pleasure to meet you. I understand that you are one with nature.
To an extent.
I have to have a small, slight issue with a nature magic of sorts. Would you be willing to just take a look and see if maybe this is something that is under your expertise?
I would be willing to, yes.
Alright. I present my lovely hand, which is fused to this great sword of, thorns.
All right. So he glances at it, takes a look, looks at a few different angles, kind of, goes to touch it a little bit. Nothing, like just gently. He has his staff, and he brings it up, and it starts to kind of glow with that. You know what? Show you. So his staff starts to glow green a little bit more in that orb that he has there, and he says, "This is something that must be spoken to give power back." And he's kind of vague with it, and it's just like he's not exactly like he's seen this sort of thing before. He says it's something where what must happen is you must seek the power inside.
Okay. I guess my next follow-up question would be,
It's vague enough to mean anything.
well, it's vague enough, but I think it's more of a meditation where I have to focus and draw on nature. I would ask him if he knows of an area where I'd be able to draw, not inspiration, but draw in more strength mental fortitude in order to communicate with the parasitic being within the sword.
So he says, yes, I can help you. Meet me tonight, and we will go into the woods and take care of this.
Fantastic.
Hal has listened to all of this and
Doesn't
goes,
sound good.
They're going to ask me for some of Jeremy's poop. I know it.
Eric, this guy's like the deposed Nigerian prince asking you for your bank account, so your email.
Do you happen to have any of Jeremy's poop? I
No.
can get it.
No, that wouldn't make sense because Ress brought me to him, so, and I trust her because she, shit. This is a scam, isn't it?
But
And then,
She isn't a crazy dumbass like the rest of the group.
well, that's fine. just a bit of a break.
okay. Well, I bid him farewell for now, and say I will meet with him later on tonight to solve this. And at this point, I would thank Ress and tell her I need to go speak with a member of my crew about a couple other tasks that we had in store that we were planning. So, but I will catch up with her once this is all done. I feel.
Oh, you mean the heist? Yeah, we know all about that.
And she goes, okay, I'll talk to you later. And then she just jumps
Flies.
right down that hole.
Alright, so I'm going to walk over to Hal. First off, say, well, I might get stabbed tonight, or I might get free of this sword. One way or another, might be a party. Who knows?
Hal looks at you and says, listen, you're part of the crew. So if you need to get some of Jeremy's poop for this, I'll only charge you regular price. It's cool.
Fair enough.
You're
That
part
being
of the
said-
crew, so you don't get a discount.
But you don't get the double tax either.
Oh, good.
So Hal, Hal will effectively say, listen, I don't know, I'm still not sure what our job is, but if we get to wherever we're going, I'm happy to try and use whatever connections and influence I have to make it go smoother. And then he'll relay, he wanted to do one of these jobs earlier to sort of gain renown and gain cash and whatnot, but it didn't work out because he couldn't find what he was looking for. But he's like, I've been itching to get a score. So whatever you come up with, let me know and I'm in.
Sounds like a plan. So first we need to, I think we
Kill
need
the
to
captain. Oh, I'm sorry, I said too much.
Yeah. Well, maybe not kill the captain. Maybe kill a different
Definitely
captain.
replace him.
But, in the meantime, I think we need to maybe see if there's any trade disputes happening, maybe with nobles or something, that we could just go in, fan the flames, but steal some shit and nobody's gonna really come after us for it.
Hal goes, I have an idea. Let me see what I can figure out. Maybe talk to some of your new friends. Maybe during your druid cookie circle tonight or whatever that is. Good luck with that. But I have an idea, and if I hear something, I will tell you, and I'm not lying. I promise.
Sounds fantastic. I am also on the
Sounds suspicious coming from
sounds.
I'm not lying.
I feel that's probably the
And-
best you're going to get out of Hal.
Definitely lying.
And then Hal immediately
I'm
goes
not a
to get Jeremy's poop.
Well, no, Hal actually carries around Jeremy's poop because he's figured out what he can do with it. But no, Hal would go back, and if Kanoya is still there, she might be a great resource for finding said targets. And I would go back and say, maybe this is a way to take care of the favors that you are saying that you want. Is there somebody that maybe there's a job we can pull that sort of kills two birds with one stone? And so that's what I'm thinking I would do next.
Okay, so you want to go and see Kanoi?
Just if she's still there, yes. If she's not, and then I'm just going to be like, all right, I'll just wait till we get into the next town we're going to get into. But if we're looking for targets, I would go back and ask her if she could point us in a direction.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. But we are going to jump from there to Harbor, who starts to come back to the world that we are aware of. That is...
I'm not letting myself puke. I'm holding it in to increase my liver strength.
Constitution saves.
Retaining it. Gotta make it work harder.
And so, as you are waking up, you see in the corner, well, kind of the corner of the room, sitting on a chair, this person.
Oh, hey.
And she says, you're up. And then she offers you a drink.
I can't drink anymore. Is it water?
You've rested. It's been a little bit of time, so you could drink if you wanted.
All right, we'll lessen the hangover.
You're not really in shape. You know, it's kind of you're hungover, and you just some was it hair of the dog?
Hair of the dog.
And it's just kind of like like that sort of thing. It's been a couple hours. You've rested some stuff off. So she offers you a drink, and then she's got a drink on the table, and she said, I was not expecting to come back to my room and find you plopped on the bed.
I don't know. I woke up here.
Oh yeah, no worries. That is fine. I really would have liked the bed because I haven't had to drink that much in a contest for a while.
Okay. And how much of your crew killed my crew?
No, not yet.
Oh.
We can do that.
Okay, what do you...
We can do
so
that
they're all
some other
alive?
time. I'd rather us fight in drinking again.
Oh, for sure. But my crew's still alive?
Yes, they actually...
Oh, God damn it.
I knew it!
I set it all up. What the fuck? Oh.
Your own son.
Oh, okay. I get it.
What
the fuck?
Just one in particular. I could have swore that shark man was gonna eat at least like someone.
It's like, I would have been sad about losing one, but if it was at the cost of the other, I'm totally willing to pay it. Like, I'll be sad for a bit, but... So she's kind of just like, yeah, well, found you here, and, just kind of figured you'd be looking for a drink when you woke up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll take it.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun in that contest. As I said, I haven't been challenged for a while, and so she flips a coin to you, and says, "Hey, if you ever need anything, there's something about that coin where if you throw it in the water, we have some ability to sense that on our ship, and we can come and aid you if you ever need it."
Appreciate it. Put that away.
And so she's just sitting there letting you recover, and she says, "So what are your plans as you leave here with your crew?"
My crew's been on a mission. We got the Vice Admiral here in one piece, and now we need to blow off some steam. And we're kind of going to go to the nearest city. Do you have any locations, like, around here? Like, local towns?
Yeah, from what I heard, you guys are going to be headed south. So that.
Yeah.
And because I knew you guys were already looking for this stuff, if you ask about the 2 different types of places that you were already talking about, with like one place that's kind of not as, great of a place, and kind of getting in there, I believe, and then another place that is kind of better area. So Porthoy, you find out, is kind of a more shady area. So if you wanted to do anything like that, you could get down there. But then Nuthar is more of a larger city, that if you were trying to get anything, like, that's where the money is, really. And Porthoy is where you can kind of not have to deal with stuff as much.
Alright. Keep it low key. Alright, well, I'll let this stop there first.
Alright.
And I guess I'll get up and let her have the bed.
Alright, let's whoops. Alright, so with that, she thanks you and says, next time we meet, we'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, when I recover, we'll do this. And walk down. Oh, okay, Drac, I'm glad to see you up and about.
Hey, Daddy-o.
There's 2 of them now. I can't believe there's 2 of them now.
Listen, I found this shark guy here. He loves merfolk. Can you believe it? He just wanted to come by, see our friend Marissa. And, I don't know, I think could get him to, Super Lieutenant Commander in no time.
I think he already swore an oath to another ship. I believe he has a tattoo to prove it.
He's got room for a second one.
You can always tattoo over it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gives some shading.
To himself, I can't believe there's 2 of them.
There is some kind of ritual. I haven't. No one has wanted to come to our ship for a while.
They're ruffle kids.
No.
We forced him.
Not just from like already becoming a pirate, like which alliance, and then they're like, "Oh, you're signed up to which ship?" We're not top choice. So.
Oh, he seems pretty.
All right,
He seems
all right,
pretty
wait.
happy.
Hal is changing what rumors he wants to sow. He doesn't want to sow that the captain is the best drinker anymore. He wants to sow that we're the best ship, so we get the best recruits.
Okay, well, I mean, it's harder to sow that rumor, but yeah.
That ship?
Uh,
You seen their flag?
Those are some crazy bitches! Join up!
So, yeah, you guys take care of that. Is there anything anyone else is looking to do? Actually, also, Captain Okla opens the door and says, hey, Captain Harbor, before I forget, Captain Dark said he was looking for you.
Alright. Captain Dark, that's the goblin, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Thought so. Cool.
Heckley,
I'll
what are you
stop
doing? Nothing. Alright, you better not be joining any other crews again. I'm not. I'm just drinking.
Captain, is he a knob goblin? You get it? Knob goblin?
Rack's actually gonna go try and find the commander that was with that captain. See if he can get any information for Torkel.
Okay.
But and he's gonna drag Drac with him so that he can keep an eye on him.
Oh, I want to meet the knob goblin. I have to
You're
meet
coming
the knob.
with me.
Knob.
I have to ask him about the knobs.
End of no.
Actually, Drac, just say that the whole time. As soon as you see the goblin, be like, knob.
I think he'd get it right away.
It's a wonder why people don't join this crew all the time.
No,
I left
I
you.
want to sow rumors.
I left
but
you alone for
I don't
20
have-
minutes, and you're trying to recruit other crew members.
Dude,
I don't
he's
have
a shark
charisma of
man.
40.
Would be great. See his hook? It's his hook weapon. It's dope. We need him. Come on, over Peter Rufflekins.
It's
We
not-
can feed him. We can feed Peter Rufflekins to him. No one will know.
No one will know.
And it's like a video game. He'll get his powers and attributes.
So I just want to put out there that I was going to ask Kanoi for like targets that we might be able to hit. That's all.
Yep. So yeah, you are able to go in there. Yeah, so you can get back in there and deal with Kanoi. We've got Rack dragging Drac away to
To the hobgoblins.
Athens
Knob,
got a
knob,
headache.
knob.
He doesn't.
No.
He
Knob,
doesn't
knob.
need you
Say
to
bad
make it
back,
worse.
And Drac is just kicking his legs, going, "Knob goblin!"
Dude, Drac, if anybody looks like really, really fancy in there, just say knob goblins.
Yeah. What else would I say to them?
I mean, dude, that's why Halator is a thing. Just saying.
yes.
Alright, so Rack, you're able to come over here and you're able to find Commander Tygro with
Weren't you going to Hal first?
sure.
I can wait, man. It's cool. If we do that, like it's no rush. Like whatever.
I mean, okay.
Let's do this. Yeah, you're able to find Commander Tygro.
Drac's just getting pulled in by his ear.
No,
I told you.
No, it's worse. Drax and deep shit. I have him by the horns.
Oh no! Don't have the tip. It's so sensitive.
You wouldn't think so, but they are.
Shit.
We're all going to hell.
No, we've already been to hell. We're back.
Oh, that's true. We already made the deal with the devil.
We literally did.
Wait, but that's why. That's the issue.
He even gave us his business cards.
Right.
The only
Call
one of
again
you who didn't make a
anytime.
deal with the devil is Hal, and that's because the devil shut him up. That's it. That's it.
Oh gosh. If I cry tonight, it's gonna be great.
So, are you saying anything in particular that you're looking to
I mean, like,
find out?
Torkel brought up the fact that, you know, he can counter what's going on with her. I kind of want to figure out if this girl was born with this or if this is like a curse. I want to get as much information as I can.
Okay. So you see Tyrell. He is an elf who also has, very dragon features.
An elf who cosplays as a dragon.
Yes, he's a scaly, as they're referred
He-
to.
Kevin, that was
Your mouth.
amazing. I didn't even think of that. That's amazing.
So he kind of is able to absorb fire. He explains with his monk training, he has like almost like control of a dragon fire, and he had at some point found Raziro, and she was alone, and he was just kind of absorbing fire from what was happening, and found that she was in the middle and was the cause of it. And since then, it's just kind of been from there. He doesn't know exactly what the problem is, whether it's a curse or whether she was born with it. But this was a few years ago. He doesn't know exactly how she survived up until then, if she had this or whatever. But now he kind of is always by her side, making sure that things don't kind of go nuts, unless that's the goal at the moment.
But like, you have to at least trance for 4 hours. How do you do that if you have to be here absorbing? Isn't that dangerous for you?
At this point, I don't. Oftentimes, it's and you see that he's like almost subconsciously turning his hand at times and just absorbing what seems like the very beginning of any sort of excess magic or change happening in her, and while he's still continuing the conversation, and then his hands come back together, and there was not even a break in a word. The sentence continued. It seemed so second nature to him that it's like he says it hasn't been an issue up to this point, and we haven't found any other solution.
I mean, I was talking to Torkel, and he said, whatever it is you're doing seems to counteract it. If we can find a way to harness that into the ring, maybe we can help your captain. And, give you a break.
Well, what I have is just from training in a style of, it's a monk style that he had trained that allowed him to do that. So he's not exactly sure how he would be able to kind of transfer that in any way.
I'm surprised Drac hasn't said anything.
You got the tip.
Sorry, Drax making a peanut butter and banana.
The only way to shut him up, just give him snacks, especially peanut butter. just have a spoonful of peanut butter for Drac whenever you need to go into anywhere.
We saying he's like a dog? You just give him some peanut butter to mix in with pills and call it a day?
Don't even start with the peanut butter.
Just so I imagine it's something where it's like you can detach the balls from the mace and throw those off, and he'll go and fetch them and then reattach them and bring them back.
Oh, I'm totally doing that right now. That you mentioned that. Like, as taking the fire's second nature for this guy, keeping Drac in check is second nature to me.
Right.
The only thing Drac was gonna say was like, "Oh, what?" Like just like a very similar line of questioning. as the shark guy is just like, oh shit, you're like half lizard, man. Like, what the fuck happened here? And that would be his only comment, really. And if the guy answered or was just like, yeah, fuck you, Drac.
And
I know who you are.
And at that point, Rax says, let's play catch, brother, and throws his mace. Doesn't even give him the option to choose.
Haven't played in years, and then just runs after it.
Yeah, you are a couple stories up. Are you throwing it just like along the bridge?
I feel like the
off of
picture.
it?
I feel like that picture of Drac is like from the finale of this whole like campaign.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's it definitely looks like an epic fucking ship battle where
Yeah.
explosions are going on, and yeah. That's
There's like a mountain in the background. It almost
That was
looks
more
like
of
to,
what
like,
I had
the
in
right,
mind,
like it just.
I guess. And then he turned out to be Drac.
right.
No, like it was a great pickup. I'm just saying, it just like I feel like all that shit just seems like it would be the most epic level of anything. Like the belt you have on with that circle is clearly not like you've won some sort of like either ultimate fighting or like wrestling championship. That's why you have that belt and it gives you some bonus or something. So
Now you have to live up to your picture. I hope you're happy.
I hope he does.
I'll enter
he
wrestling
does.
tourney with anyone.
I'm gonna ask him if he minded if I asked her about it. I don't want to upset her in any way and make his life harder.
Yeah, that's
So.
okay. Just if it does become too much, I would ask that you stop.
Yeah. All right. And yeah. So I guess I'll ask him to. Is she sleep? Are they sleeping right now?
No, she was just kind of hanging out doing something. But if you're looking to talk to her, he kind of gets her attention, and she goes, "Oh, hi again."
Hi. So I want to ask you a few questions
Okay,
about your unique magic, if that's okay.
sure.
Do you know how long have you been able to do this?
As long as
How
I
long-
can remember.
Huh. Do you know anything about like family?
Yeah, I know about
Do you have any-
family.
Do you have like family? Do they?
No. The only person I've ever known as kind of family is Tyvril, and then Admiral Noven allowed me to join this family.
Rex thinking to himself, can't get attached. Not again. This is too sad.
No more fire things.
That was right after the orphanage burned down.
I'm gonna ask her if she minds if I try an Arcana check on her specifically and
Sure.
her ability. Don't want to invade personal space.
Yeah. So what are you looking for?
I basically want to see if this is natural or if it's a curse.
Okay.
Dice. So that's a 20, not nat.
Okay. With that, you don't. It's hard to you know that the magic is all coming from her. It's not anything where it
So
seems like cursed. It's odd because there's just constantly kind of like lava flowing, and it's like magically enhanced, but it doesn't seem like there's any sort of curse. I mean, it's obviously a detriment in some ways, but it doesn't feel like it's something that's like upon her. It seems like it's something that's coming from her.
Do you know what race you are?
I'm a human.
Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
I'll let you know if Torkel and I come up with a solution, come up with something to help you.
Okay, thanks. And then,
And yeah,
with that, she kind of goes back to what she was doing. She's just kind of like tinkering with something small. It's almost like it doesn't look like it's anything like just some weird little like plaything or something like that.
you know, Rack's inner older brother wants to sit down and play with her, but then he remembers, fuck, I brought Drac here.
Yeah, at that time,
I
Drac comes
gotta
back
wa-
with one
I
of the
gotta
balls,
watch
like,
him.
hey,
Right. All of a sudden you hear
Oh my God.
clang.
can't believe that was still fun.
Alright, with that, we will cut to Hal going to see Noy. Over this way. Alright.
Yeah. So Hal comes back in. If Kanoi is still sitting there, he kind of like, like addresses her and says, I think I need to pick your brain.
Ah. Let's hear it.
Well, I'll cut to the chase. You took a lot of my coin, and apparently I owe you a favor as well, which is frustrating, and I put that mildly. My crew is currently in the midst of several ongoing stratagems or debaucheries, depends on what's happening, and I think I need to set this ship right again, if possible. What can we, or I, or several of us do to maybe resolve an issue that you have? I say this in the sense of, if we were going to talk, for the gods that control us, in a heist or a take or a score of some sort that you'd be a fan of. I have some admirably apropos people, and I want to go do a thing that makes me maybe not owe you. I'm happy to pay up. I already did, but as far as favors go, I'd like to make that a non-existent thing as soon as possible.
You know what? That's a fair point. I have the same sort of feeling because I have a favor that I owe to someone down in the area that you guys are supposed to be taking care of.
Let's call it serendipity.
Yeah, well, I have, there are a good amount of people that might be owed favors. But that being said, down in down around Porthoy, there is a contact of mine. Contact. I mean, if we're using terms loosely, that's the nicest thing I can put it. So,
I just, like, Hal looks at her and just sort of says, "Trout eat minnow, and sharks eat trout."
when they can.
River sharks, watch out for them.
So she tells you about a guy that she owes a favor. His name is Thranti.
Hal says, "Okay. What should I do when I find Thranti?"
She says, you know what? I will give you a letter of introduction that you can bring to him. And if you take care of a favor or a job for him, he'll end up taking his cut, and then we'll call that even.
There's no way of you knowing this, or I doubt that you would know this. But some of my crew want to try and make a score of some sort, and I think, and I look at her and I say, when I say my crew, I do not anticipate that you think that I control, capitulate, or coordinate my crew in any way beyond the role that I have. But I have a crew. And is there any chance that this Thranti would have a job that he needs doing that would satiate the needs of my crewmates?
Thranti has all sorts of things that he needs taken care of. I'm sure he'd be able to find something.
So Hal nods.
As far as, you know, how you're talking about your crew and everything, I completely understand it. That tall, dark, and silent over there is a member of my crew, and I don't know if he's ever said more than 3 words to me. He's not a
talker.
He's not a, yeah.
So I think Hal will say, is there anything I should know about dealing with Thranti before I deal with Thranti? Like, does he have strengths, weaknesses? Listen, I owe you a favor, and I'm going to go pay a favor for someone else to resolve it. But everyone has plus and minuses, and I don't like being taken advantage of. In fact, that really rubs me the wrong way.
It grinds my gears.
It really grinds my gears.
So Thranti is a shrewd one. Essentially, be careful what you agree to. Other than that, he's a man of his word. To, you know, as much of a man of your word as you're gonna get in our business.
I say to her, so if I'm able, so let me see if I can sweeten this pot. If I'm able to provide for you at some point a limited distribution explosive, which I think I'm on the cusp of creating, can you give me more than that? Or should I just wait and you can pay me for this item when I deliver it to the world?
Oh, get on
Do you
get
owe
on the
her?
ground floor.
Yeah, you know, like, are you in? Are you in? You are out? What are you doing?
Now, what are these explosives you turned into a salesman for?
So, thanks to several escapades that the crew under our our leader, Harbor, we have discovered a yet to unknown and untapped source of possible biogenic explosives. And with that, I am currently working with several developers. I think that's the best way to call them. Some might say lunatics because people who play with bombs sometimes are, but developers to find ways in which to harvest, distribute, and mass produce said enemy deflators on a large scale. And as such, I'm not looking for you to buy in just yet because I don't have a product I'm ready to sell to you. But with the knowledge that myself, my crew, and my captain come with this, the prolonged longevity of ourselves may speak volumes. And so, like I said, I'm happy to resolve a bet that was lost with you now. But this partnership may do much better in a longevitable term. I will also say that Hal has, at a minimum, a +2 in persuasion. It's actually higher, but yes. So
she's like, all right, I'm interested, but what is it that you're suggesting?
I'm suggesting for this particular contract or this particular assignment, as it were, that you give me a little more besides the guy you'll go talk to is a little crazy. How can I make sure I can manipulate him to just tell us what he needs us to do, we take care of it, and we move on, both taking care of what he needs and what you need, and not suffering anything else in the process? I'm just like, so out of game, Kevin. I'm just saying that, like, I'm imagining that, like, thanks to a number of weird scenarios I found myself in my life, there's no sense going to someone and being like, hey, I owe a favor to so-and-so. And then they're like, yeah, go do this. And you got to do this. And then once you resolve that scenario, that person is, that, like, you go back to the first person and you're like, oh, why did you do that too? They asked me to. Oh, you didn't have to do that. That's the kind of thing I'm trying to avoid right now.
Yeah, so it's gonna be something where it's like, that's where the letter will kind of take care of that, like, knowing like what the favor is and like the equivalency of like this favor for the favor that he's owed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to know like a tell or something where it was where this person was asking for something more.
No, it's something where it's just like it'll be like in in relation to that sort of thing. It should be taken care of in the letter and everything. So like that'll at least get you in the door and then start from there.
Okay. And so if that's the case, then Hal will say, I appreciate it. And I am still interested in those blue knives because they look better than what I have.
Oh, well, of course. There are many things that might be available. But these blue knives are going to be something that will have to be earned.
Hal's like, fucking blives. I want the blives. But yeah, so cool. I mean, I have a letter. I know where we need to go. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say. Actually, I think what I would say is I would want to go back and talk to the captain because I have a couple ideas. Whether the captain's ready to talk to me or not, that's a whole nother scenario, but I think that would be my next thing. So.
Alright, so, TJ, where was Harbor headed when he left that room?
That's a good question.
He was headed to talk to
Wow.
Captain.
The goblin.
Right, Captain Dark. And I believe... So in that case, you would be heading down, and you, yeah. So you would walk by Hal in the bar. In that case, you would walk down the bar, in the stairs there.
If he's walking by Hal would put his hand up to like kind of flag the captain for a minute. But if the captain doesn't respond.
Hal, you never cease to surprise me.
Suddenly, the captain is in the trees.
Yes, he's climbing.
It's like, I'm out of here, tree!
I'm climbing and I call down, Hal, you never cease to surprise me.
Wait, me?
I feel Hal, not knowing that you had monkey-like abilities, is just like, and you never cease to amaze me, Captain. Just Jesus Christ. All right.
Don't freeze
I'm sorry,
now.
Jesus gods. Here we go.
Hold on. This is freezing on me.
Captain, killing you is going to be so much sweeter. The more I learn.
The more I learn, the more I want to murder you.
Alright, cool. So, yes, you get down there, and Hal is able to see you.
Hal, like, Kevin, are these just like sacks of grain over here, or are they something else?
Where is it?
Up to like the top of this ship, like right here, are those tables, or are they like sacks, or like what is that?
Those are barrels.
Yeah, like table barrels, or
No,
just like barrels?
not really
that are right next
table
to you?
barrels, but like if you wanted like a table, there are some down to the bottom. There's some over to the side as well.
I think. Shit. I think that if all of a sudden Harbor shows up, I just want to kind of motion to him and then step outside to kind of come like over here and see if he comes out there. And that again is up to the captain to see what he does. Kind of moving over and see right there.
Kind of, my screen went blank and I'm refreshing right now, so I don't know how long it will be. But what's up? What are you waiting for me to see?
Right, so are you going to
Yeah,
come over, or
keep in
are you
mind
just
there's
like you have a
little
mission? You're going to leave me alone.
Not painful.
Still kind of at a loss. If I'm passing Hal, I said hello. I'm not sure what else.
If you're going by me and you see me like kind of like give you like the hand nod, like come over, like check out something for a sec, would you do it, or would you just keep going on?
Oh no, I would yeah. I'd say I greeted you when I approached while I'm on my way.
All right. So if you stop by, I'm just going to kind of step in and say, like in an undertone voice, like a captain, I can talk to you for a sec, and in a sort of conspiratory way, I'll just sort of
Not
lay it
so
on
loud.
him, like everyone's just like, everyone's screaming this. No, I'm going to say, listen, I lost some money on that bet because I thought you had her. Apparently that didn't work out. I apologize. I probably would have given you some of that money back. Not a lot, but I would have given you some. But what I will tell you is that there's a job to do, and there's somebody I need to talk to that's in Porthay. I think that a bunch of the crew want to sort of help out in a heist, and the more people we have that are kind of ready and willing to do this, the more money we can make, the more sort of like, I don't want to say bravado we can have for our crew, maybe attract more people to help out with, say, the upgrades we have with the cannons and the ballistas and whatnot. And I don't want to move forward with this if you are not okay with it, but I think it's a good idea. I also think two things. One, it's good to see you back up because I want you to win me more money. And two, go be the fucking captain and tell us what we have to do.
Alright, so Porthay, I hear that place is kind of running down already. It seems like we might be able to do a full-on assault to that kind of city.
Yeah, so what my thought is, so Porthay is kind of a shit show as far as I understand. Kevin, correct me, Porthay was the shit show and the other place was the nice place?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm assuming, Captain, and if this is wrong, and when we get there we find out that like this is totally wrong, then we bail. Whatever, we'll deal with it. I'll deal with the repercussions on my end. It is what it is. There's no fallback for you. But what I'm saying is, if we go there, we take a job, and we go over and we take care of what was the rich town name? Kevin?
So it's Porthoy and Nuthar.
Nuthar. If we go to Porthoy, we get a job based on what we've heard and whatnot. We go over to Nuthar, and then we come back to Porthoy with our riches, and we basically do a makeover for the ship, right? We like change the sails, we change the sides, we do the whole 9 yards, which is something that we can do, and we sail off again. We're scot-free. Nobody knows that we just pulled a job. Nobody knows that we're doing it, and then we're out in the ocean, and then then we can like set ourselves up as like a beacon of hope, whatever. People come up to us, and if they're pirates and they're like, "You hear about the thing?" We're like, "Yeah, back off. We got this zone." And if they're not, and they come to us, "Can you help us?" We're like, "Yes, come here." We don't have like a pirate flags on them. We don't even have to like fight them. We just board them and take them over. What do you think?
You lost me a little bit with the last part. I think I followed everything else. So you want to pull a heist at the expensive place, go back to the poor place, get a makeover at the poor place, and then go out and then rob people without being recognized as pirates.
Nailed it.
Okay. Yeah, so a stealth heist at the rich place, because we don't need to raise all those. I mean, that's something that Corellian has been saying for a while, and I'm sure that you'd be down. That's not really my kind of style, but you guys can definitely do that, and if you need help from my end, let me know. But,
Well, my thought with that is that after we know what the job is, what if we find a way for the folks that aren't down with stealth and whatnot to create the quote-unquote diversion? Maybe it's not the fighting pit that Drax's looking for, but maybe it's something along those lines. Like create a skirmish that turns into a riot on a field. Like use Rack to create like some diversions where all of a sudden people's houses are getting set on fire, and someone's like, "Oh my God, can you believe that the leading cast is doing this to force us out?" And like make all this shit happen. You guys like create some bullshit and then just kind of like eke into the night after killing and getting some experience and whatnot. And the rest of us go, boop, we'll show treasure. However, the one thing I will say is we all know that thanks to the magic cards you have from Hell, those, that there is a treasure site that we need to stop out at first.
Wait, so you're saying do the cards first? Because we still have this card with all the treasure.
I'm saying if there's a card that says treasure, let's hit the treasure. Then let's go hit the Purvoy, whatever it is, find out the job, get the stuff and things, like the like whatever we can get out of the Richie town. But after we know what the job is, set it up so everyone's strengths work to our advantage. Listen, we walked away from the first town we ever went to with a mermaid, a cook, and a couple other people, and a surgeon, maybe. So if we're going to set this up and go to another town and do this, let's make sure we get the best we can out of this, That being said, I do have to say that as much as I like Hal kind of stops for a minute and he's looking at the captain and he kind of looks down, which is not something you've ever seen Hal do to anybody ever. And he kind of like looks down for a second, he looks back at you and he goes, "Listen, we're all gonna fucking die at some point. Just don't be stupid about it, right?" And then he goes, "Tell me what you want to do," and he walks away, and that's it.
Why did you get? Is the rogue showing in you at the end there? I don't. What do you? Okay.
Well, so I have to say, like as a player, I have to say that like you've made some really reckless choices recently, and I understand that like from a barbarian point of view, perfect. But like, there's been some like really reckless points that you've done that I'm just like Hal. Like if I was playing Hal as the lunatic he is, he's kind of like, wait, are you trying to kill yourself? Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. So that's all. That's all it is.
Like, dude, did Hal just like show concern for the captain? What the fuck's happening?
Only Hal can kill Captain.
Right, like that's not what was said. It was like,
It's
hey,
not fucking
be
Hal.
careful.
It's
That's a fucking imposter.
If no
Right,
one
Yeah,
had
he's
made
been
it,
an
that would have been
imposter
the
for like
end of the
3
fucking
episodes
episode.
now.
Like, if we were recording this and this was online, and the last
is.
line was
Right.
Corellian going, "Only Hal can kill Captain," and then we ended it right there, that would have been amazing. But no, everyone jumped in. Shit. But
I mean, we could still edit it that way.
yeah, when we're a podcast, let's do that. But yeah, so, but no, like don't like okay, like for sake of everybody and everything, Hal still wants to murder the captain. I mean, that's something that no one does not know. But much in the same way as when we went to the first pirate place, and the captain was expecting me to like make everything turn into a shit show, and I just gave an orderly report. This is another moment like that. That's all.
Yeah, that's why
like-
you don't see the surprise.
Yeah, exactly. As no character in this, I'm just gonna say like whoever I would be at that point, floored by what's currently happening. Just like wait, how then? Be careful. We're all gonna die. I'm expecting like, and I know when you're gonna die. Ha ha ha.
Wait, so
But no,
I have to say
careful.
that like I don't want to say that I'm doing it entirely along this arc, but Kevin, what is the name of the character with the big nose and like the slingshot in One Piece?
Usopp.
Usopp.
Like I already knew who. You
I've
were gonna
watched
say, but
several
I was letting
episodes
the
with
other
that
guys
guy
who,
where he's
you
like
know,
a shift at any given moment, and I'm kind of basing Hal with that. That's what I'm like. I watched that and I went, I love how that creates a dynamic of you never know what he's doing. Like, is he actually still integral, or is he just turning into an asshole or a coward or a hero or what? And that.
What are you talking
If
about?
anybody's
Usopp
mad
is
about
not-
this, just blame Kevin because he said check out One Piece at one point to me. So that's it. So
Usopp is God.
Yeah, he is God Usopp now.
does that mean that Hal is God? I mean, I'm just saying. So
Well, you have a long way to go before you become the king of Sniper Island.
And he doesn't stab nearly as much.
well, I'm thinking like his slingshots are stabs, but so if I can get my stabs to be explosive, it'll be the similar. That's all.
But yeah, so you guys have that interaction, and then Harbor, I assume you are continuing on to try and find Captain Dark.
Yeah, we'll come up with a more solid plan later. Let's talk to the goblin first.
You
Harper's too hungover for this.
right? I don't. Who is this fucking guy? Are there?
First he fucking saves my life, and now he's like, I'm too sober and hungover to deal with this.
I imagine it's something where it's just like, fuck. One of the other crews has some sort of shapeshifter that's fucking with me. Okay.
I'm convinced of that for sure.
That's the most logical explanation currently. Either Hal's being normal, or okay, it's the other one. So you are able to find Captain Dark, and he says the Vice Admiral was explaining to me that you may need crew members. I can provide, like I have with many, additional crew, as you've likely seen walking around the hoods.
The hoods. Yeah. Right. I have seen it.
And he explains that they are They are very, very efficient. They are goblins that are part of his crew, kind of, but they, it's something where they are just starting and they are getting experience. And to get a lot of experience, he allows them to go to other crews. He doesn't. What is it?
He requires internships.
What?
He requires internships.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You need to have experience from other ships.
Exactly. And so, like these guys are all they respond to Hood, and there's really like they don't. He explains that it's like there's no distinction between them when they are Hoods. They have to work their way up from there. So you can just refer to them as Hood.
Do I know if they're all goblins?
They are all goblins. And so none of them are going to be, just to go over this, it's something where it's like, he explains to you just kind of like what the rules are, and it's kind of like that text that we had talked about a while ago for a different crew, or crew members. So it's something where it's like there's things that they can do. They're not going to be like super efficient, but it's something where they can help out and take up any slack, and that will allow the crew and the ship to run at full capacity because you'll have enough bodies at that point.
Alright. And you're just trying to get them to get experience on the ship?
Yeah, and ultimately because it helps the whole crew, or the whole fleet. I provide this as kind of, just a benefit to the fleet.
Alright. How many are assigned to my ship?
So let's see, how many are you going to need? Because you know what we're gonna do? Now we're gonna get into the actual numbers, because we should look at that thing, the naval combat that we're trying to do. Because I want to know, like, getting the speed and stuff like that of your boat, which is a brig. Did I say?
Kevin, what was the name of the thing? Lockridians? What was the thing?
Limitrons or Limithrons or something like that. It's in the
it was Guide to Naval Combat. Yep.
Thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was. I'm just doing it right now. So hold on.
Yes, and
what did we have? We had a brigantine. No,
yeah.
What did we have?
You guys had a brig when you did the trial thing.
Right. What is our ship now, though?
I'm not sure exactly. It might still be, but it might be a little bit bigger as well.
So the crew for a brigantine is 15 to 30. I think we're probably still at a brigantine. I'm going to assume.
Around, right?
Frigate is a little bit bigger, but it doesn't. The only thing a frigate does is it ups the challenge rating of what we're doing. It actually reduces the damage that we do. So.
Yeah. So you know what? I could go with either. It's with the brig or the frigate. The brigantine or the frigate, because you've got 15 to 30 or 24 to 48. So I mean, there's. I think
actually, you know what? Do you guys want more? Honestly, I don't know why we wouldn't go with the frigate. We literally have a higher attack rate. For what we suffer with, if we're going to be traveling over water, I think that the frigate's probably the best thing that we can do. I mean, it ups our hit points by another 8 hit points, and our hit.
What
die
about
by
all the
another...
memories we created on our old ship?
The death of Umrar.
This
Well, so
Finding-
this
wait,
currently
so
is
maybe,
just
maybe
classified.
wait. So maybe there's like a what do they call it? Like a chop shop in this port that can just change our change our ship into a frigate.
So I'm. This is so yeah. I'm gonna classify your ship right now as a brigantine, and then it's something where you guys can potentially get it bigger and stuff like that. Potentially.
I have a thought before Kevin says it. Like, what if we go to Purvoy, we find out what we need to do, and then if the plan is we go to Purvoy, find our job, and then we sail into like Richtown, I forget what it's called. We take it, and then when we sail back with whatever we got back to Purvoy, they chop shop us up a grade to frigate. But because we just made some loot for the score for what we just did, we got the money to do it, and then no one knows who we are.
Potentially one of the things
Like Grand Theft Auto, this basically.
So one of the things though that was said is in this scenario, what your orders are is you want to be known. So
No. I recognize that, but I'm just saying that like if we want to go knock something off to begin with,
Yep.
and then become and then upgrade our ship to something better, and then go raid the high seas, then let's do this. We're like literally knocking off all of the things we need to do before we need to do it, kind of thing. That's all.
All right, cool. So with that being said, 15 to 30, let's take a look at what you guys have for a crew right now. You probably have about 15, so something with like 10 to 15, because you've got you guys,
Our NPCs and stuff, we do have a
you
good
guys
amount.
and the other guys. That brings us to 10, and then we've got Torkel and his 4 guys. So that brings us to 15, I think. So you have like the minimum. So, let's go 15 more.
Sweet, just like rando NPCs, like I remember we used to have these like just no-name
Drax gonna have
pirate
a
guys
field
who were
day.
on the ship. I'm just asking,
So yeah,
So
Could
basically,
die at any time.
at any point during anything, there is somebody doing something on our ship. So that may not be core crew, whether it's manning a gun or manning the wheel or doing whatever. There's always like manning a cannon in like the underground. Like there's always someone who can do that. Is what you're saying?
it might not be as effective, and it's not going to be as anything like that. These guys are not super experienced, but it's something where they're learning, and they are just as a thing that Captain Dark says. It's these men are part of these are part of my crew, and they're under my protection.
Okay. All right. Cool. Is Kevin? Is there like what? Okay. I know we'll find this out. You know what? No, we'll find this out. Never mind. I'm not
That
gonna
was
ask.
an excellent
Right.
question.
I'm gonna make a prediction. Drax gonna try and order these guys around and make an enemy of Captain Dark.
Well, if they're on our side, I'll
He's-
order some people around.
He's already made a captain.
What's my job?
an
I
enemy of
flogged the
Captain
crew.
Harbor, so what's another one on the list?
I just keep
This
people
is
in order,
true. His maybe dad.
Right.
Maybe Dad, yeah. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm falling the F asleep. I know it's a little on the early
No
side.
problem. I mean, at
The
this
eyeballs
point,
are closing.
like for like 10 minutes, I just kind of got to the point where it's like, okay, we're still kind of doing some stuff. Maybe we're wrapping up. Maybe we continue here next week, do some more stuff. But I definitely wanted to get onto like the boat stuff, and it's kind of, we were wrapping up a little bit anyway. So I wanted to get into the numbers and the nitty gritty of what we're gonna be aiming for in specifics like that. But that being said, with that, the extra crew that you are getting, you guys are going to be able to get the ship to move at that extra speed, that like the traveling speed that you guys were looking at before. So it's
Mhm.
something where
Word.
when you guys were traveling, I think it was 1 square a week. Now you can do 2 squares a week on the hexes
Alright.
or whatever.
Yes, we're flying.
Yeah. So
So-
it might not affect it's not going to affect like the regular combat sort of stuff. So those numbers will just kind of keep, but this will allow you to kind of fly through the water a little bit.
Nice.
Okay, nice. All right, so I have something to throw out there because I want to make sure we address it now as opposed to later. So next weekend is Halloween weekend, and many of us have various constraints that happen with that. I do not, because I find myself with a almost 3-year-old and in Maine. But
And they don't
what are
forgot
we
about that.
thinking about next weekend? Because here's what I'm going to suggest. If people are interested in doing either a game and some of us can't play, I have some stuff that's already set up because I wanted to run it this past weekend at like the pumpkin carving and nobody showed up, so I can do it. Or are we thinking that like we just sort of bail for next weekend and figure it out, and then if anybody's available, let me know because we'll figure it out. That's all.
I forgot about that. I'm gonna be out both days, basically.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know what's my schedule. So
I'm gonna be handing out candy on actual Halloween, and then the day before I have a Halloween party. I'm going
So
to.
so let's think about this way then. So next weekend's a bust, unless we all Friday night figure out it's not. If anybody doesn't have like candy assignments or whatever they want to do, I have a couple things ready that I'm happy to run that people can do. Just let me know by like Thursday or Friday so I can tell you what to prep for, and then we'll go from there. One of the things that I actually have is a no prep thing called that if Kevin has time, because it's like 11 o'clock right now, I'll probably fuck around with him with this for a little bit. But it's called Murderous Ghost, and it's sort of like a dual RPG thing about somebody trying to escape like a haunted mansion kind of thing. But if not, like, I'm saying this only because I'm bummed that next week we're not going to immediately try to rob rich people. That's all.
the one thing is, I don't know if Candy Duty, how late that's gonna be. So, I mean, I don't know, because I think it's like only until like 7, because it's so dark. It's fucking brutal. I mean, if we aren't gonna be able to do it, that's fine. I'm just curious if that's.
I'll
gonna
let you
be
know,
the
but I
case.
usually end up staying out stay out pretty late with my cousin.
He's like,
I have
yeah,
candy with my cousin, and I usually
Brian's like
stay
at
out a little
10:30.
late.
Yeah, and that's
Still literally chasing people down
Yeah,
the hallway.
we'll
so,
just-
yeah.
I'm not chasing people down the hallways, but I'll probably still be going at probably 8-ish, and then I feel like I'll probably head home around 9 maybe, and then I'll just be dead.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Yeah,
dead already.
That's fair. All right, cool. 'cause,
Well,
yeah,
No, I didn't even think of that. I could potentially, but I'll probably just be tired.
No, that's
in all
fair
honesty.
too, because depending on, I don't know if I'll be, just getting in after walking around for a while and just be like, yeah, let's fucking run a game. Fuck.
Yeah, 'cause I usually
here's
do
the
at least
thing.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, so the idea is think about it during the week. If there's something that you guys are, interested in, like let's play a game with limited people. I have a concept for that. If you guys want to play this game called Murderous Ghost, let's play that. If you guys want to do something else entirely, all right, we'll do that too. But I love the idea of the game continuing one way or another depending upon what you guys have for stuff. So
Yeah, definitely into gaming, but cool deal. Yeah, we'll be in touch, I guess,
Indeed.
on that.
Yeah, will do. I'll let you know. But even if I show up early, I could join you guys for a side game or something or whatever. But
Yeah,
I just don't know what
that's,
it'll be.
No big deal.
Saturday, I think I'll probably be out for a while because it'll be a party. But
Yeah, that's fair.
Sunday, I'm not sure. You go hard. I'm gonna scare the shit out of those kids. All right, I'm sorry, I'm passing out.
No
I know
problem.
it's kind of
Again,
bummer.
it's fine. Good deal.
See you, dudes. Hope you have a good night, a good week.
You too. All right, and yeah, so you guys, if there's anything else that you guys want to do here as well, you've got 2 weeks, sounds like, to figure it out. If not, we can start to gather things up and get stuff together to start heading out and hitting the seas again. But either way, we'll talk, we'll be in touch, and then we'll continue this story. You guys will finally be able to steal some stuff.
All right.
Yay!
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
you guys finally get to sail out and just pirate. Now, this is what I've been waiting for. So,
Oh, looking forward to it.
And I get to find out about the cult.
yeah, once
Maybe.
once
You mean
start-
the cult of Harbor? The cult of
No, the cult of wild magic monkeys.
Wow, magic monkey.
AKA the cult of Harbor.
Cult of Rack.
that's a little more specific to rat. That's excellent.
Also, this human fire hybrid thing is also puzzling me. So
Yes,
I want to continue with that.
absolutely.
Now that
I still
now that I dragged myself into that. So
It's
still
funny
grind
how
about stuff.
you got so
Equipment.
involved with everything fire when you went lightning.
right.
Oh. But yeah, nothing else. We'll talk to you boys soon. Gonna say boys and guys, and I say
Alrighty.
buys. Nice.
Alright.
Later,
Alright,
thanks, guys.
Have a good
Later,
night.
guys.
Night.